friends, welcome to week 5 of 590. I can't believe how fast the time is going by. You did an amazing job in week 4. You clearly understood the reading for the week and you made great connections to your own educational environment. Everyone kind of picked up on different things, and it was definitely interesting to see how your colleagues are all in very different places when it comes to integrating tech for the eye makers. As you read the chapters, did you have the same opinions of the eye makers as you did a year ago in 523 when you read the chapter? It was very clear to me that you all can see how their needs, the eye makers, are not necessarily being met. Your reflection of your colleagues' area of needs is the perfect segue into this week's work on the TPDP as we start to talk about the needs analysis. Make sure when you share this presentation with your colleagues or with your admin, don't forget to remove that reflection slide. Think about where this artifact belongs in your ISTE Coach portfolio. Before we move into the needs analysis, let's talk a little bit about the TPDP. It's due on Sunday, but I'm completely fine if you need some more time. I have AUP projects in 523 due this weekend as well. So as you work on your drafts of the TPD plan, keep in mind it is a working document. You've heard me say this before. I want this to be something that you actually implement. I want it to be meaningful for you and your school. With that in mind, it really is working document. I'm going to be giving you feedback. Make sure you look at it and make revisions before submitting the needs analysis in week 8. At that time, I'll revisit the intro and I'll regrade it if I need to. I've said this before as well. In 536 in summer, you created curriculum. You completed an introduction. The introduction for the TPD plan is very similar, but it is not the same. You need to flesh things out, move things around. Maybe you'll see the headings and subheadings are in a different order. Help me and the other readers see what your school looks like when tech is being used by teachers and students. Give some examples, provide some rich description. Now, the needs analysis. You reflect on where you think your colleagues may need extra support when it comes to tech integration in student-centered ways. Now it's time to actually find out. Some of you have already submitted the introduction, already shared that current PD is mandated and teachers have no choice in the focus. Think about the PD you've attended that was not meaningful, not at your level, and not valuable. We want to avoid all of that. So, just like we do with our own students, we need to find out where your colleagues need support. You based your curriculum on the data we collected from all of you. I can assure you the data you get from a school will somewhat mirror that data. This week, your job is to look at the resources and examples and start to develop a survey that you can give your colleagues to determine their needs. Knowing their needs will result in a plan and the 2-hour PD session that you do later on that is just amazing. When you're ready, share a draft of questions as a text in the discussion. Don't link us to your survey as we don't always have access. And depending on how you set it up, we might have to actually go through the survey and answer the questions. This assignment is not due for several weeks. Finally, you should be putting the finishing touches on your grant or conference proposal. It's due in 2 weeks. I feel like you're all in good shape, and we've talked about this in the Zoom, and several of you have boxed with me. But just in case, I'll be in Zoom on Wednesday and on Saturday next week, not tomorrow, next week, if you have any questions about this or the needs analysis. And finally, don't forget to post on X this week.